As members of the Sensible Hiker team, we regularly embark on day hikes around Kathmandu, exploring the beautiful trails that surround the valley. However, this time, on the auspicious occasion of Janai Purnima, one of our dedicated team members, Dinesh Panthi, took the initiative to plan a more adventurous trek to Panch Pokhari, a sacred site located in Sindhupalchowk district, northeast of Kathmandu, near the majestic Jugal Himal. Despite the challenge of not being able to involve all team members, we were determined to make this trek happen. After some coordination and planning, we finally decided to start our journey on August 17, 2024. The plan was to take a chartered bus from Kathmandu to Chimti Kola, starting point of our trek. On the morning of our departure, our fellow team member, Dinesh Paudel, who was unfortunately unable to join the trek, kindly assisted us by dropping us off at the bus starting point near Chabahil. His support and encouragement added to the camaraderie of our group as we set off on this much-anticipated adventure. To reach Malamchi Bazaar, travelers can choose from 3 distinct routes, each with its own characteristics. Old route via Dhulikhel. This scenic route follows along the Indrawati River, offering picturesque views and a journey through traditional villages. Route via Nagarkot to Kuntabasi. This route passes through the hill station of Nagarkot, known for its stunning Himalayan views. However, it's important to note that only small vehicles can access this route due to the narrow and winding roads. Shortest route via Arsingpalwa. For those in search of the quickest way, this route is the most direct. On our trip, our bus chose the shortest route via Jarsingpalwa, departing from Kathmandu at 7 a.m. This route not only provided the most efficient travel, but also offered a comfortable drive, avoiding the restrictions faced on the Nagarkot route. Our journey to Malamchi Bazaar was not without its challenges. We arrived at 10 a.m., slightly delayed by a small landslide, caused about a 20-minute disruption. The road was partially blocked by stones and debris, forcing some of the passengers, including us, along with the vehicle staff, to clear the route. We worked together to place stones and debris under the tires to provide traction, eventually allowing the vehicle to proceed safely. Upon reaching Malamchi Bazaar, we took a 15-minute tea break to relax after the eventful journey. Malamchi Bazaar serves as the main trade center for the northeastern regions of Kathmandu, Kalambu, and Sindhupalchowk. It's a bustling hub where the Malamchi Kola and Indrawati rivers converge, adding to its geographical significance. However, Malamchi Bazaar has also been a witness to nature's fury. 2 years ago, a massive landslide occurred at the source point of Malamchi Kola, causing significant damage. The powerful landslide brought down huge stones and debris, sinking houses along the banks of the river. The scars of that disaster are still visible today, reminding us of the region's vulnerability to natural calamities. Despite these challenges, Malamchi Bazaar remains a resilient and vital community for the surrounding areas. We continued our journey, aware of the 2 link roads that branch out from Malamchi. The road to the left leads to Halambu and the route to Amayangri, while the road to the right follows the Indrawati River and leads to Panch Pokhari. The Indrawati River is significant as it originates from the Panch Pokhari area, and the drive along its banks offers scenic views of terraced lands. We enjoyed a picturesque drive through Kaltakola, Dipini, Dap, and Mane Karka before reaching Chimti at 2:30 p.m. There, we had a hearty meal of dal bhat before beginning our hike at 3:15 p.m. The hike from Chimti to Tupadanda is a 3.5-hour walking through beautiful landscapes. Chimti is the last point accessible by vehicles, where both 2-wheelers and 4-wheelers are parked, whereas in the springtime 2-wheeler be ride up to the Deorali. As we began our hike, we encountered many other pilgrims on the trail, as it is a busy route. To ensure we had a place to stay for the night, one of our team members walked ahead to secure a room at Tupadanda. Along the way, we enjoyed the scenic beauty of the landscape with waterfalls and streams adding to the trail's charm. We reached Tupadanda at 6:50 p.m., where we were fortunate to have a dormitory-style room arranged for our group of 6. After settling in, we had dinner and spent the night at Tuppadanda, reflecting on the day's journey and the beautiful surroundings. Tuppadanda, situated at an elevation of 2,740 meters above sea level, offered a rustic yet challenging stay. Upon arrival, we settled our bill at the homestay, paying NPR 600 per person, which covered both our meal and bed for the night. Before heading to bed, we made sure everything was in order for an early departure the next morning. Despite our best efforts, sleep did not come easily. The homestay was crowded with many other pilgrims who, like us, were aiming to reach Panch Pokhari the next day. Constant rain throughout the night added to the noise, people stirring and moving around, making it difficult to rest. The homestay had only 2 restrooms for around 90 people, which meant long queues and added stress. At 6 a.m., we decided to start our day early. We requested a large thermos of boiled water from the kitchen and used it to make fresh lemon tea with the lemons we had brought along. This simple drink provided some much-needed warmth and energy as we prepared for the next leg of our journey. The rain continued to pour as we prepared to leave Tuppadanda. With no sign of the rain letting up, we packed our rucksacks, put on our raincoats, grabbed our umbrellas, and began our trek. The first 40 minutes of walking took us through a lush rainforest, its greenery glistening with raindrops, leading us to Tangu Karka. Tangu Karka, a pastoral area where buffaloes and cows grazed peacefully, greeted us with a serene and rustic charm. We noticed a recently built homestay, likely constructed as a shelter for the buffaloes. Craving something warm, we asked the owner for fresh boiled milk and ordered a cup for each of us. As we waited for the milk, we shared the breakfast we had brought along: nuts, dragon fruit, cookies, and popped corn. When the milk arrived, it was pure, fresh, and delicious. So much so that we ordered another 6 cups for the team. The homestay owner was friendly and hospitable, and we struck up a conversation with him. Noticing that the homestay didn't have a name yet, we suggested Fulbari Homestay, inspired by the wildflower gardens surrounding the area. The owner appreciated the idea. When it was time to pay, we were pleasantly surprised to find that the milk was only NPR 50 per glass. A modest price for such a delightful experience. This brief stop at Tangu Karka, despite the rain, was a refreshing and uplifting start to our day, fueling us for the trek ahead.
होइन त्यसको हेर्दाखेरि राम्रो देखिने तर एकदम राम्रो आउँछ है त्यो भिडियो हो
केही कुरा बोल्नुहोस् न त अब हाम्रो यो एक रातको बसाइ अनि आजको यात्रा
हामी हिजो काठमाडौँदेखि पाँच पोखरीको लागि आएको त्यसमा हामी 6 जना साथीहरू सामेल छौँ हिजो राति आएर हामी यो माथि टुप्पी डाँडा भन्ने ठाउँ रहेछ दिनभरिको बस र 3 घन्टाको हिँडाइपछि चाहिँ टुप्पी डाँडामा बास बस्यो बास बस्ने क्रममा ठिकै भयो सबै रमाइलो भयो अलि धेरै नै मान्छेहरू भएको हुनाले त्यसपछि बिहान चियासा खाएर हामी चाहिँ अब आउँदैछौँ आज 11-12 घन्टाको हिँडाइ हुन्छ त्यसपछि हामी पाँच पोखरी पुगिन्छ आज त्यतै बसिन्छ अथवा त्यसको आसपासको कतै बसिन्छ
ल धन्यवाद यात्रा निरन्तर जारी छ
रहोस् हामी सबैको
After an hour of trekking through the shaded rainforest, we arrived at Sindhupalchowk, situated at an elevation of 2,893 meters. This picturesque spot is marked by the confluence of two main streams, their waters merging into a serene river that added to the tranquility of the surroundings. We crossed the long hanging bridge over the river, taking a moment to enjoy the sight of natural spring water flowing down from the untouched mountains. The trail, however, was not without its challenges. It was busy with trekkers, and unfortunately, plastic waste and garbage were visible along the way, despite the presence of dustbins every 200 meters. Our sensible hiker team, committed to preserving the environment, made it a point to encourage fellow trekkers to dispose of their waste properly, either in the dustbins or by carrying it out with them. As we moved forward, the stone-paved trail became steeper, leading us up to Chokardanda and Tapkarka. Although the ascent was challenging, a cool, overcast day made the trek more manageable, and the absence of sunlight after the rain added to the comfortable trekking conditions. We were surrounded by the natural beauty of the region, with a variety of wildflowers in bloom and the sounds of nature and birds accompanying us along the way. Due to the recent rains, leeches were a common sight on the trail. However, we were well prepared, using salt wrapped in thin towels to protect ourselves and quickly removing any leeches that managed to latch on.
पाँचको करिब 4 घण्टाको यात्रा काठमाडौँबाट टुपी डाँडाबाट करिब 4 घण्टा 7 घण्टा 3320 किलोमिटर माइलेज का हम गंतव्य 4000
गौती भन्छे नि छोरा छ मान्छे जान्छ
मलाई पनि ठ्याक्कै त्यही डर थियो आँखा पल्ला
By 2:30 p.m., we reached Nosiampati, a beautiful spot at an elevation of 3,700 meters. Here, we enjoyed a hearty meal of dal bhat with fresh vegetables and local herb pickles, sitting by an iron drum wood fire that provided much-needed warmth. Cost of the vegetarian meal was NPR 400 per head, a fair price considering that all the supplies had to be carried up to this remote location. Nosiampati was not only a place to rest, but also one of the most beautiful spots we encountered on our trek. Surrounded by stunning natural scenery, it offered us a peaceful break before continuing our journey. Initially, our plan was to stay overnight at Panch Pokhari. We could have reached there by 7 p.m., given that we had about 4 hours of daylight left after lunch. However, as we sat by the fire at Nosiampati, discussing the availability of accommodation at Panch Pokhari, we decided to adjust our plans. To ensure a more comfortable stay and allow ourselves a better rest, we opted to spend the night at Lord Shiva, which is just a 1-hour trek from Panch Pokhari. This way, we could start fresh early the next morning. After lunch, we resumed our trek from Padi, crossing the helipad and walking around the Chorten clockwise while worshipping with mountain flowers. This act was our way of seeking blessings for a successful journey through the mountains. To ensure accommodation, Ganeshji and Pantiji went ahead to Lord Shiva to secure beds for the team. The path to Lord Shiva took longer than expected due to the steep and winding route, particularly the climb up Satgunti, which, though it seemed close, required navigating numerous mountain corners. We stopped at a small tea shop near Satgunti to order black tea, adding fresh lemon that we had carried with us.
आगोले हो हिउँले होइन
खोज्नको लागि
होइन आगो लगाइदिने हो आगो यो खर्कमा जहिले नि आगो लगाइदियो भने फेरि चर्नलाई सजिलो हुन्छ नि त चाँडो आउँछ
The name Panchpokhari translates to 5 lakes, referring to the 5 sacred lakes nestled in the lap of the Jugal Himal range. This site holds immense religious importance, particularly for Hindus and Buddhists, who visit the lakes to perform sacred rituals, especially during the Janai Purnima festival. Mythological significance. According to Hindu mythology, Panchpokhari is associated with Lord Shiva, who is believed to have meditated in this tranquil region. It is said that the 5 lakes represent the 5 Pandavas from the epic Mahabharata. The lakes are considered sacred, and bathing in them during Janai Purnima is believed to purify the soul and wash away sins. Devotees also visit the lakes to pay homage to their ancestors and to offer prayers for their well-being. Cultural importance. Panchpokhari has been a significant site for religious and cultural activities for centuries. The lakes are not only a place of spiritual importance, but also a symbol of the rich cultural heritage of the region. The area is frequented by pilgrims during the Janai Purnima festival, where Hindu men change their sacred threads and perform rituals. Buddhists also visit the site to offer prayers, making it a symbol of religious harmony. Exploration and modern significance. Although the site has been known to local communities for centuries, Panchpokhari remained relatively unknown to the outside world until the late 20th century. In recent decades, it has gained popularity among trekkers and nature lovers for its pristine natural beauty and the panoramic views of the Himalayas, including the Jugal Himal range. Trek to Panch Pokhari is now a well-known route for those seeking both spiritual fulfillment and adventure. Panch Pokhari continues to be a site of pilgrimage and natural beauty, attracting both religious devotees and tourists. Its historical significance, coupled with its breathtaking scenery, makes it one of the most cherished destinations in Nepal.
ल्या भिडियो
The tea provided a much-needed boost for the final hour and a half of trekking to Lorabina. Upon reaching Lorabina, we ascended a steep rocky path and were fortunate to find accommodation, albeit basic. About 30 people were accommodated in a single ground-floor hall, but it was a relief to have a place to sleep at 3,900 meters above sea level. We checked our oxygen and blood pressure levels, which were normal, and assisted other pilgrims in doing the same. We encouraged everyone to stay hydrated to avoid mountain sickness, and some team members chose to fast in preparation for the next day's worship at Panch Pokhari, Janai Purnima, a significant festival for both Hindus and Buddhists. Despite some noise from others passing through due to the lack of accommodation at Panch Pokhari, we managed to get a few hours of sound sleep. Reflecting on our decision, we felt lucky to have stayed at Lorabina, as it provided a safer and more restful option for the night. We decided to start our trek to Panchpokhari early in the morning, aiming to explore the area thoroughly and return to Chimti by the end of the day for our next day's drive out from Chimti Powerhouse. We left at 6 a.m., carrying only the necessary items like windproof clothes and light backpack, leaving the rest of our gear at Lower Bina, where we had stayed overnight. The ascent was gentle, about 200 meters, and after an hour of walking, we arrived at Panchpokhari, a valley nestled between towering rocky hills. The area was completely wet, typical of the monsoon season, with constant drizzling and limited visibility due to fog. The movement of clouds allowed only brief moments of clear views. During one such moment, we caught a glimpse of Surya Kund, first lake in the Panchpokhari cluster. The name Panchpokhari translates to 5 lakes, referring to the 5 sacred lakes nestled in the lap of the Jugal Himal range. This site holds immense religious importance, particularly for Hindus and Buddhists, who visit the lakes to perform sacred rituals, especially during the Janai Purnima festival. Mythological significance. According to Hindu mythology, Panchpokhari is associated with Lord Shiva, who is believed to have meditated in this tranquil region. It is said that the 5 lakes represent the 5 Pandavas from the epic Mahabharata. The lakes are considered sacred, and bathing in them during Janai Purnima is believed to purify the soul and wash away sins. Devotees also visit the lakes to pay homage to their ancestors and to offer prayers for their well-being. Cultural importance. Panchpokhari has been a significant site for religious and cultural activities for centuries. The lakes are not only a place of spiritual importance, but also a symbol of the rich cultural heritage of the region. The area is frequented by pilgrims during the Janai Purnima festival, where Hindu men change their sacred threads and perform rituals. Buddhists also visit the site to offer prayers, making it a symbol of religious harmony. Exploration and modern significance. Although the site has been known to local communities for centuries, Panchpokhari remained relatively unknown to the outside world until the late 20th century. In recent decades, it has gained popularity among trekkers and nature lovers for its pristine natural beauty, and the panoramic views of the Himalayas, including the Jugal Himal range. Trek to Panch Pokhari is now a well-known route for those seeking both spiritual fulfillment and adventure. Panch Pokhari continues to be a site of pilgrimage and natural beauty, attracting both religious devotees and tourists. Its historical significance, coupled with its breathtaking scenery, makes it one of the most cherished destinations in Nepal. Lasted just a few seconds. Our team continued towards the sacred pond, a spiritual site where pilgrims traditionally bathe and change their sacred thread as per Hindu ritual. Despite the weather, we took turns bathing in the holy pond, performing the ritual of changing our sacred threads. However, we noticed that many pilgrims had left their undergarments and other clothing items around the pond, creating a mess in this beautiful natural setting. It was disappointing to see such disregard for the environment in a place of such spiritual significance. We took it upon ourselves to remind fellow pilgrims not to leave such items behind and to respect the natural beauty of the area. Additionally, we collected plastic waste scattered around the site and disposed of it in the nearest dustbin, doing our part to keep Panch Pokhari clean and preserve its sanctity for future visitors.
त्यस्तो राम्रो बनाइदिएको नि छ कि बनाइदिएको नि रहेछ हुँदा
We observed that Young Communist League, YCL Nepal, was actively involved in a cleaning campaign at the site. Their participation in the initiative was commendable, as they contributed significantly to maintaining the cleanliness of this sacred and pristine location. The YCL Nepal volunteers were seen picking up trash, educating visitors about responsible waste disposal, and ensuring that the natural beauty and sanctity of Panch Pokhari were preserved. Their efforts were particularly important given the large number of pilgrims and trekkers visiting Panch Pokhari, especially during the Janai Purnima festival. The YCL's involvement in the cleaning campaign helped raise awareness about environmental conservation and the importance of keeping such sacred places free from pollution. It was encouraging to see such active participation from the community in preserving the natural and cultural heritage of Panch Pokhari.
पानी पलाहरू लगाएर निकालेको उहाँ पनि छ
धन्यवाद नमस्कार। आज हामी पेन्सिलको 6जनाको टोली यो पाँच पोखरीको कुण्डमा नुहाई धुवाई गरिसकेपछि यहाँ यतापट्टि छरिएका अलिअलि फोहोरहरू पनि खाएर यहाँ चाहिँ एउटा सानो सन्देशको रूपमा त्यो फोहोर गर्नु हुँदैन है, हामीले मात्रै होइन हाम्रो दिदीहरूलाई पनि राख्नुपर्छ र संरक्षण गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने एउटा अभियानको सन्देश अभियानको रूपमा एउटा सानो कार्यक्रम गऱ्यौँ र हामी अब 2-3 दिन लगाएर यहाँ आइपुगेका छौँ। अब आज हामी फर्किने क्रममा छौँ। अब अरू साथीहरूले पनि त्यही भन्नुहुन्छ।
हाम्रो अनुरोध के छ भने जति पनि तीर्थयात्रीहरूले आफूले लिएर आएको चाहिँ प्लास्टिक जन्य चिजहरू आफैसँग फिर्ता लाग्न सकेमा सबभन्दा राम्रो र त्यस कुण्डमा नुहाई गरिसकेपछि आफूले फेरिएका वस्त्रहरू यसरी यत्रो छोड्न नछोडिकन आफ्नो साथै फिर्ता लिएर जान अनुरोध गर्दछु।
यहाँ धर्म कर्म गर्नको निम्ति भनेर आउनुभएको हुन्छ, तर यो क्षेत्रलाई फोहोर गरिसकेपछि त्यो धर्म कमाएको धर्म सबै नष्ट भएर जान्छ। त्यस कारणले गर्दाखेरि धर्म कमाउने हो भनेदेखि प्रकृतिलाई सम्मान गर्न सिकौँ। यो देवी देवता जे जति छन् यी प्रकृति नै हुन्। यो प्रकृतिप्रति सम्मान गऱ्यौँ भने मात्र हामीलाई धर्म मिल्छ भन्ने सन्देश दिनु।
हाम्रो यहाँ अरू कुनै स्वार्थ छैन। हाम्रो विशुद्ध चाहिँ भोलिन्टियरली हामीले चाहिँ आफूले प्रकृतिलाई स्वच्छ राख्न आफूले फोहोर नगरौँ भन्ने मात्रै हो। यो हामीले सन्देशको रूपमा अरूलाई पनि साथीहरूलाई पनि सिकाउँदै गयौँ। आज हामीले गऱ्यौँ, भोलि तपाईँले गर्नुभयो भने चाहिँ प्रकृति चाहिँ एउटा प्रकृति भएर बाँच्न सक्नेछ र यसले दिने उपहार हामीलाई नै हो। यसको सदुपयोग गर्नलाई चाहिँ अलिकति सचेत भइदिउँ भन्ने हाम्रो चाहना।
सबको जय होस्, सबको भलो होस्।
मेरो एउटा फोटो खिच्नु न ल।
बाहिर गएर त्यो चाहिँ थाहा हुन्छ।
हाँसिरहेको
ए खुल्यो हो अलिअलि खुल्यो पाँच पोखरी मध्येको सबैभन्दा ठुलो पोखरी सफा न फोहोर नगरिदिनुहोस् है फोहोर नगरिदिनुहोस् कमसेकम नकुहिने चिजहरू मात्रै सफा गऱ्यौँ भने पनि कुहिने चिज त कुहिएर जान्छ सफा हुन्छ प्लास्टिकहरूलाई सफा राख्न सक्यो प्लास्टिकको कलेक्सन गर्न सक्यो भनेदेखि यो चाहिँ उपलब्धिमूलक हुन जान्छ पाँच पोखरी हिँडे निकै फोहोर भएको पायौँ भन्ने हामीले
ओम नमः शिवाय।
It's nature, that's true.
यो पनि तातो छ नि
यो त पुरा वैज्ञानिक
नेपालीहरूले बनाएको आफैले बनाएको आविष्कारमा यही हो
एकदम राम्रो छ रफ्तार पनि अहिले के हिमाली क्षेत्रमा चाहिँ के राम्रो छ कुरै नभन्दा
उसले छोइदिए मिठो भयो
हादी लाग्यो हो कि
आर्ट हो कि आर्ट
त्यो मिसाउने हो खाना मिठो कसरी हुन्छ मिसाउने कि
पहिला के चिज हो त्यो मिसाउनु पर्यो मिसा
अर्को चाहिँ ठिक्क आयो हाम्रो आजको ट्रिपको लास्ट ओह्रालो हो हामी लगभग आइपुगेका छौँ पाँच पोखरीबाट गाडी चढ्ने ठाउँमा धेरै धेरै रमाइलो भयो अलिअलि सफाइको अभियान पनि गरिएको थियो अलिअलि केही स्वच्छताको बारेमा पर्यावरणको प्रचार
After exploring Panch Pokhari, we began our descent around 11 a.m. We paused for coffee in Panch Pokhari and later stopped at Lorabina Homestay, where we had left our luggage. There, we enjoyed a cup of black tea with our cookies and almonds. Retracing our steps, we reached Sindhupalchowk, place where we had earlier savored buffalo milk. We had a hearty dinner and were fortunate to have separate rooms for 6 people. Dinner featured local dito made from corn, ground in a traditional water-powered mill. Following morning, we planned to catch the bus after a 2-hour walk to Chimti. Unfortunately, heavy rainfall the previous night had caused landslides blocking the road. We decided to walk all the way back to Malamchi. After a late lunch at Tepeni around 3 p.m., we continued walking for another 2 hours to Malamchi. From there, we caught a jeep sent from Kathmandu to pick us up. After a 3-hour drive, we finally arrived back in Kathmandu, bringing our adventurous journey to a close.